Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another After Hours installment of the EMP Rec Room After Hours edition. So, this is a casual channel. This is a pop culture hangout, chat, and do whatever zone. I put some spotlight on games past, or at least not quite fully present. Games that don't involve loot boxes and never ending grind schemes. So, here we focus on games that involve strategy, stealth, sandboxes, and shenanigans. So if you are new here, welcome, glad to have you. And if you've been here before, glad to have you back. So if you're not familiar with what we're doing, we usually have an official scheduled stream Friday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern, where we're working on Mercenaries Playground of Destruction on the original Xbox. And I do after hours playthroughs anywhere between Sunday to Thursday, roughly 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. Kind of change it up. We've got several games in rotation now, and it's kind of based on the theme day, but that can change if anybody's got a particular request for a certain day and time adjustment if needed. So right now we're kind of working on Mech Warrior 5, Shadow Tactics, and Ninja Gaiden in addition to our Mercenaries outings on Friday evenings. So as you can see, we are on multiple platforms. We are on Odysee and Pilled, which both are kind of home base in terms of community support and interface on Odysee side. Because if you ever want to catch up, we've got um, past episodes available on the playlist there. And I'm working on moving stuff back on, or not back onto, but at least onto YouTube to get caught back up. So right now, the newest stuff is on there, and I have some of the Mercenaries stuff available, but that'll be coming in the next couple days or weeks ahead. We are also on Twitch and Kick, and also Rumble, which is not serious in the streaming space because of its lower threshold you have to have in order to start doing anything on there. Only has replays available, but you can also check them out there as well. If I'm ever going to miss a scheduled stream, just check my Gab feed. I'll post there as needed. Also, if you want to check the sci-fi stuff we're working on, we have a franchise in the works. Book audio content is available for subscribers over on our Patreon account. And the prologue is available for free, so you can at least get an idea of the scope of the project we're working on, give you a little background on the story. Very, very lore intensive and a lot of content to come. It's just going to take some time to roll it out. And still keep up with the editing and stuff in the process. So also there's some wallpaper I'm slowly getting done, and that's available on our Gumroad account. So that's there. Check out. We got a Marvel piece, and then we've got another very obscure Street Fighter-ish kind of piece. Um, so yeah, so today is Thursday, and we're gonna go with Throwdown Thursday for this one. We're picking back up with Ninja Gaiden on the original Xbox. So this is the vanilla version. I know that
The
a lot of people
evil,
love Ninja
dark
Gaiden Black,
Gaiden
which
blade,
I can't fault them for
a
because that did have
legendary
some quality of
sword,
life
said
improvements
to
and
have been
some
carved
increased
out of
challenge
the
things.
bones of a
So just for
black dragon.
clarification,
It brought plague and
Kick
death
only
to a
has the
world
Ninja
during
Gaiden
the age of
Sigmas and
ancient
the
myth.
Master Collection, so this is
It has
listed
been
under the Master
sealed
Collection, but it
by
is the
those of the
original
dragon
version on the
lineage
Xbox.
since the dawn of
And
history
I believe
because of its
Twitch only
incredible
has Ninja Gaiden
capacity
Black,
for
did not even
evil,
post the original,
made
so
possible
I
by
don't
the
want anybody being
souls of the
confused thinking this
vanquished
is
black
the Black
dragons
version or the
that
Master Collection.
dwell
We do
within
plan to
it.
get to those
It is
chronologically
said
after we get
that
through
if the
this one.
blade seal were to be
Last week,
broken,
we got through the
it would
first three
gather the
levels.
hatred and
So if you're
evil
not
of
familiar with Ninja Gaiden,
mankind and
basically
confer it upon the
you start as
wandering
Ryo
woods,
Hayabusa storming a ninja village,
transforming him
find out
into
that
the devil
this blade
incarnate.
that his
However,
family protects has
not
been
even those of
stolen,
the
so he heads
dragon
back to his
lineage who
village where it's
protect
been
it
burned to the ground,
know the true
only to find a
extent
Darth Vader-esque
of
looking
its
samurai
power.
with ghastly blue
The
flames in his
dragon
helmet.
sword, another
Takes the
weapon
blade.
protected by the
Essentially, it's
dragon
kind of
lineage
implied that he kills
since
Hayabusa, who
ancient
then
time.
reincarnates, kind of as his
This
black
sword,
dragon armor
which said to
is
have
kind of
been
iconic.
used by ancient warriors
And
to
then
slay
after
the
that, he
black
hops on a blimp
dragons,
and takes off for the
is
city where
now
he's
handed
instructed to go.
down
So
from
we're gonna pick
generation
up
to
right after the
generation
landing on
in the
from
hands
the
of Ninja
blimp and go
Clan,
from there.
the modern
And
descendants of the
thankfully tonight, as
dragon
all goes
lineage.
well, our sound effects are back in action.
And
So maybe there'll
now
be some
the
need
dragon
for those.
sword is
Hopefully, no
gripped
controller
firmly in the
breaking
hands
because,
of
as
the
I mentioned in the
unusual
first outing,
Ryu
this is one of two
Hayabusa.
games I've ever broken a controller on. So, and I don't think tonight we're gonna quite get to the boss who invoked said action, but be warned that some frustration could occur. But I've had enough time on this game, so hopefully that shouldn't be necessary because this game is very unforgiving, and I know a lot of people have told me that the original Ninja Gaidens on the NES were difficult. This too held with that tradition as being difficult and offered even more challenge for Ninja Gaiden Black. And I am not one of those professional players who seeks to try to get the hardest difficulty on this game. I'm just not cut out for it. But it still provides some difficulties, still some fun. Kind of got some classic arcade, problem solving, figure out the boss patterns and that kind of ordeal. But that's about to the extent. I could maybe play normal and hard. Maybe I'll do a hard playthrough later. But right now we're just going through on a casual difficulty. And unfortunately, some of the newer ones, like the Master Collection, which is based off the Sigma versions on the PlayStation, do get a little easier, and I know that's been one of the complaints, but we'll take that in time after we get there. So the plan will be this one, and then eventually Ninja Gaiden Black, just to see what stuff they changed or revisit that. Then eventually we'll get to Ninja Gaiden 2, and then hop over to the stuff from the Master Collection, minus Ninja Gaiden 3. I don't play Ninja Gaiden 3, and I'm more than content with the iterations that we have of 1 and 2. So, with that being said, let's hop into some Ninja Gaiden here. Let me get some things situated. So, yeah, our most recent save is right after we landed from a blimp that was on fire as it crashed into the fictitious Vigor Empire. And I still need some audio. We were introduced to some SWAT-like thugs who needed good convincing at the end of Ryu Hayabusa's katana. I'm sure we'll run into a few more of those. I also have to remember, because I play other shooters so much in so many games that use the other control stick, I gotta make sure I don't, keep hitting the control stick, which puts in a POV. And this game really only needs that if you're trying to find stuff or do bow and arrow, because otherwise it's pretty useless. It was one of the clunkier mechanics of this game originally. See, here we go. I already want a piece of the Dragon Ninja. I thankfully at least have the Azuna drop now, which... other enemies can't hit you while you're in the middle of it, plus it has such ground splash impact that you can at least knock other enemies down. Because most other combos, there's some enemies that will keep hitting you in the back, and that's one of the things that adds to the frustration of this game if you don't know your way around it. And there's probably going to be some pros out there be like, yeah, you're a scrub, you're doing it wrong, which, that's fine. There's plenty of ways to do it, so... I won't claim to be master at this. I just navigate through a couple basic difficulties. This thing's got this fancy statue thing here. Does it give us oh, there it goes. Thought there was like a dramatic pause to look at the statue for some reason. Couple snakes and a little orbital planet deal going on. So we got two paths here. Which way do we go? I know it's really to the right. I think you kind of get trapped out here, but we're gonna go this way anyway. And take all three out of the process. I like it. Got the perfect one for that.
2 shots, 3 birds.
Or is it this one's locked? Oh, it's locked. So I went the opposite way. Memory fails. You're supposed to go this way, then you unlock the other one from the other side. Oh, and I'm nothing else to see here. This game involves a lot of dashing and a lot of camera resets, which, at least in this case, is defaulted to the right trigger. some of these games during the Xbox era did not even give you customizable controls like what PC is used to, and even just a lot of modern console games. Ooh, he's holding something. The guillotine throw. Do we have to activate it? Oh, it's Y. So jump and then hit. Oh, jump and hit the buttons. Guess not. That's one of the reasons I'm going back to play this one, is just because there's so many subtle changes over time with this. Like, there's a spot where you have to shoot an arrow into the window or out of the window, and they've removed some of those puzzle-solving elements just to force the player down to a new path of the boss conflict. Like this isn't even a boss. Like later, though, I'm gonna fight another guy that's not in this version at all. Yeah, that was a real intimidating fight. 3 whole dudes. There we go. Yep, of course, more dudes. Love how we can block the bolts with a sword, right? You know, you gotta give ninjas the real superhero abilities here. The other one, nope, we got them all. Okay. So, it's nice that one thing this game did really well, kind of give you a tease sometimes of saying, oh, hey, you can go in here, but yeah, you can't get there yet. So, I know some people are not crazy about the fact that this, like, makes you travel back to old areas, but at the same time, to me, there's a sense of familiarity and at least I know it's efficiency on the developer's part, but it's been games still kind of had some handcrafted design to them. They're not procedurally generated, so even though it's reusing stuff, the context in which you revisit these areas is different. So it's not like they just said, hey, go walk backwards to the mission. Go do it in such a way where we've blocked off certain paths and so you have new things available. I mean, I know some games still have, vast single-player stuff, but man, so much of it is, like in the case of like MechWarrior, most of those missions are the same, thing with just different variables slapped on them. That like, oh great, here we are in the same kind of region again. There's no, strategy from the the point of view. See, here's another one. Can't get to this door yet. And we're gonna have some guys shooting at us here to try to take this out. Yeah, this one's tough. At least for me. Could be here for a second. Hold on. Hold on to your butts. Yeah. Jump later. There we go. This guy wants so clearly. I don't think, I think I've tried this before, but I don't think you can get over here to get this orb before it flies away. Yeah, see, there it goes. And it's gone. So, unless you're using, like, the ultimate technique to suck it in, I don't think it works. Alright. That's useful. So, I mentioned last time that some of these upgrades, they extend your life bar, but they don't actually replenish the health to go along with it. I don't know if that was something that changed in 2, and that's why I'm confusing it, or unless there's something they did in, like, let's say, Sigma. Yeah, see, they don't actually do that. And I'm kind of surprised here. We actually have a Talisman of Rebirth. We must have had 2, because I had to use one to finish the boss without having, and I opted to not reload on level 3. It's not like he deserved it. He's not that difficult, but the save point was further away, and I just want to make sure I finish the episode finishing him. Alright, nothing here. I believe I also mentioned this game's like chock full of monster closets in the sense that anytime you walk back through an area, the guys just respawn. That's another thing that makes it a nuisance. Because again, I mean, if you're trying to figure out the pattern for something new that you haven't figured out, then you gotta keep fighting the same guys over again. It's just like a waste of time. It's not my preferred play style for games, so I don't come back and do arcade games. Just same stuff over and over again. So this gives us the chucks. I do believe these are not upgradable because there's something much cooler later on. And I don't even know if they put the chucks in the game anymore. And I think they've also closed some of the stuff off. Yeah, this path isn't even here anymore. They like put a wall here just to, I think, streamline some of the level mechanics. Or again, to force you into a spot where you have to fight the bosses. Oop, didn't quite get it. Oh, that's right. Not using the Dragon Sword. These chucks are just garbage compared to their successor later in the game. I won't give it away yet if anybody's never actually seen this game before. Here we go, my least favorites. Yep. The brown or the black spider ninjas are the worst. These are, at least in my gaming years, one of the most obnoxious enemies I've ever faced. And I should not be using the chucks on them. There may be others, but I mean, look at that. They're like throwing exploding shurikens at you while you're in the middle of a combo, and they're still actually effective. It's not like your attacks will deflect. So this is a bit of an issue. If I don't use this, I will die, use the talisman, and with that, or have to reload, and these guys are not worth it. Rather use the expensive health than, see, here we go again. I have to actually block while I'm stuck with one of those things, and then they keep hitting you with more. Oh, and these guys can even hit you out of the air in the middle of an air combo. And at least one plus side to give you blue health. Yeah, so you can rest assured I don't really come back up here later. I'll put up with them again. Okay, that's helpful. That's, gives us an extra ninpo, an extra, thing of a super move, Here's another spot the game gives you another visual. Like, okay, you can see a container over there. But you have no way to get to it, so silly me, of course, trying to figure out ways to jump and get over there, but the game will get you there without too much difficulty. To me, it kind of harkens back to some of, not that I played too many of them, but like the original Tomb Raider where, you spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to traverse the levels. A lot of level navigation in those. Usually some guys that drop around here. Apparently they don't want to yet. Nothing in that corridor, but it's underneath one of the areas you can get to. Oh. Dumping the gun here. Let's go talk to Trader Joe. Oh. Murmoss is a fun character to add to this game. Alright, so I definitely need some little health for the time being, so I'm not wasting big stuff. So let's at least get 5 of those. We don't really need arrows. We don't need the map. We'll grab the wooden sword. You can actually upgrade that. You wouldn't think that'd be very effective, but it is. Art of the Inferno. I don't have enough money for these, but these at least boost offense and defense. Don't have enough to upgrade the sword. Okay, so he's finally allowing us to give him the scarabs that we collected. We collected 3 on the blimp. And we're going to start finding more. We saw 1 locked behind that fence, and there's up to, I believe, 30. This is the only version, to my understanding, unless Black still had it, but I think they did embed the original Ninja Gaidens in this game as unlockables, and I don't know what the arrangement was, because they then got removed from all following iterations of Ninja Gaiden. So 3 scarabs. He gives us one of the waves of the gods, which is really just you need 9 of these to increase your health bar again, so it's not going to do us a whole lot at the moment. Now I believe at some point here dudes should be dropping down, but that must be on our future pass-through. Oh, never mind. Here we go. None shall pass. Ninja ain't no scare, no grenade. Good old mechanic of, you're not going anywhere until we say you're done with this section. And we will shut all doors to make sure you can't escape. Here's another one of the nuances of this game. You know, the guy that can dispatch about 50 enemies at a time takes about 30 seconds to open a door. So my nickname for him is Ninja Master of Doors and Switches. Now, granted, if it's partially a loading screen, yeah, there's some forgiveness there, but still kind of funny. Ayane leaving some notes hanging around. So here's one of our next scarabs. Here's another one. This door looks a little jacked, but we ain't going through that without a hammer or exploding shuriken. We cannot go in here yet. And there's a way out. Oh, wait a minute. I stand corrected. We can go in this one. Oh, psh. Say nothing to see. I'm stupid black ninjas. They're going to wreck me if I don't wreck them first. Jeez. It's too early to start flipping the desk over. Give me that blue. Give me that blue. Get some. Okay. There is something back here. Nicely, that refilled our empty Ninpo spot and gives us a little health back. I do believe that's not the last of the black ninjas, spider ninjas, whatever they're called. Got a couple more to contend with here. Oh, that's interesting. So here's something else that is a deviation. So these columns here, not here in future versions, because you actually have a boss fight with another side playable character. Yep, see. Always fun to fight these guys in tight little corridors. You can see them coming. Okay. Nothing to see here. Use that in a second. Nothing to see here. Or there is something to see here. I'm forgetting the exact way in. There we go. Okay. Dummy. This is where the trial and error comes into play. Because in some cases you need a wall run, in other cases it's just jump all the way across, and if you in some games they'll give you a little bit of a safety ledge to make sure you don't overrun it, but not here. I thought there was another scarab by maybe confusing the one that we just picked out of the water trough. Oh, there it is. That's the one I was thinking of. Faulty memories. Oh, Natsuke's diary. There's a beast-slaying woman during a fight with an MSAT-1. This ninja was fighting with an MSAT-1, slipped and suffered a grave injury.
Note to self. Learn to fight.
He wants another peek, apparently. Silly ninja. Okay, so as mentioned, this game didn't really have to work too hard to get you over to this other platform. I mean, you kind of had to in order to progress the story, because you need the switch, so it's putting it upon you to figure out, how on earth do I go anywhere? And of course, our pals who have respawned already. Oh, he shot me! I was expecting him to hit me on the ledge. See? Doors and switches, master. Here we go. We have unlocked a door. That's what I'm talking about. The drop itself actually took out the little guy. Alright. Nice short work on this level. Oh look, it's going to likely be more black ninjas. Oh, here we go. Something's gonna happen. Cue the cutscene.
Do you have a ticket for the party?
No.
I'm sorry, sir, but you're gonna need one to get in.
Oh, a ticket, you say? No. Let me look. Is there a ticket around here? No. Yeah, this is kind of funny. Like, I think it's... Oh, and actually, this is something else. That's actually the tip for the weapon we're about to go pick up right there. I think this is like the ticket itself here, sitting on the wall, but we're going to save, because I think we're due to fight something here. Alright, here we go. Wall jump, wall jump. Yeah, look at that. And a scarab. So, useless information for those who don't know. This was actually the prototype Xbox 3... No, actually, I can't remember. For either the 360 or the original Xbox itself, and Tecmo still worked it into the game. Now, this game, of course, was Xbox exclusive, but since the newer versions are on other Xboxes, they just swapped this out with a giant, like, floating PS3 logo. But this is a health recharge, and this is, like, as far as I know, this is the only one in the game, so it's kind of just a weird location that it only benefits you, like, early in the game, and they didn't feel like balancing that out with, other stuff. Make sure there's not any others I'm forgetting up here. Okay. I don't even think this guy's in the modern stuff. Oh, that's right. They've actually replaced him with a motorcycle dude. He's like deep voice duo took her for the party, like from a motorcycle. Like, why would the motorcycle thug be requiring your ticket? All right. So what we got here? Free Hans Bar ticket from Muramasa. So I actually go talk to Muramasa to go get it, I guess. That was weird. So now we backtrack a little more. Oh look, they respawned. And they like stabbing me with a stun stick. What's he gotta say? Ooh, got enough to upgrade. Three scarabs. Yeah, he's like nodding off. Okay, so where are these tickets at? Did I not read that correctly? Oh. It was implied all we had to do is talk to him and then leave. Yeah, that's definitely one of the things they cut out in the new one. I don't think you even have to bother. It's the wrong way. Yeah, these guys are slick enough to dodge the flying swallow. Fight these guys again. So one of the brutal things about this game is if you find yourself heading into a boss fight with no money to spend and no health things, you're going to have to go into an area like this, keep exiting and walking back in until you can farm enough essence or money to buy enough health points, and that can take a while. Especially if you're trying to like max out to make sure you have as many health items as needed if you really struggle with the boss. Oh, sneaking up behind, eh? There, let me cut your head off from the ground. Alright, now we got our ticket, but where's the guy? Yeah, they're not even gonna let us in yet. Cue the cutscene. There's my girl. No, not the dragon, that one. Good old pre-rendered cutscenes. She's not getting enough vitamin D.
I'm Rachel, hunter and slayer of fiends.
So that was a fiend.
You don't see them much nowadays. It's hard to believe they were ever human, isn't it?
Human?
Anyone with susceptibility to the curse, whether they are a saint or a sinner, can succumb to it and become a fiend.
So what does that make you?
Complex. And you?
I'm looking for a greater fiend named Oku. Do you know him?
Why are you looking for him?
He owes me
I'm going
lunch.
to kill him.
You have no idea what you're up against, do you? If he could be killed, I would have done it myself long ago. He was the one that took my sister from me.
You go home now. You give me a headache.
It's gonna be a busy night.
You seem to have quite a way with the ladies, my friend.
Yeah, making them run away.
Don't mind me, I'm just passing by. By the way, good luck with that Doku guy.
Hey,
Sounds like
didn't I
you're
see
going
you
to
in
need
Raiders of
it.
the Lost Ark?
Oh, and I know Rachel quite well. She'll be just fine.
Oh no! He just vanished. Like he's like more ninja than I am. How'd we do? Good. We kept our ninpo. That counts for a lot. This must be time sensitive because I don't think I have to work this hard on the newer ones, so it's like literally gotta be time based and make no doubling back or that, or you gotta make up for the number of enemies you killed, and I don't know if any left to kill other than re-entering old spaces. Alright. See, Lily Key, so that goes to one of the places we already passed through. This is the ninja phone by way of Kunayan taped letters. We don't use pigeons or smoke signals. Okay. Let's go down through Hans Baugh. Nice tight little corners for enemies to snipe you from. You could have jumped off the roof and ended up down here, but wouldn't have mattered too much. Oh look! The conveniently taped map on the wall, which we don't need. Oh look! Dudes. I guess we'll just keep doing the guillotine throw. Okay. Get off.
2 shots, 3 birds.
We're down another tight hallway. Yeah, this Hans Bar is kind of a dull place. Okay, so here we go. So this is what I believe has been removed. Or there are others that come up in here, but essentially this is where you get the unlocks for the old games. Now, it's kind of weird. It's like they don't give you an option from the menu to play them. You literally have to go into the game and I think come back to this area because that's the only way to get to it. However, you can only do that if you have all 30 scarabs, which would be much later in the game. So yeah, I don't recall how that worked because I think even in my original playthrough, I don't know if I got all the scarabs. So we're talking better part of 20 years ago. Decapitation. Not quite what I'm going for, but it'll work. These guys must have stronger neck armor. Yeah, this game does not even let you save if you are in the presence of enemies. There's a cruel master. Okay, so we got the lily key, so that means we got to backpedal to where that door was. Oh, I did not even switch to that new weapon we picked up. So when we were near that Xbox prototype thing, we picked up this windmill shuriken, which essentially it's not super great, but I mean, the basic shurikens do nothing. I don't even know if I've ever killed anybody with them just because they do like no damage. They're essentially just for, I think, stunning an enemy or for effect. I don't know. The windmill shuriken, you can actually take out some smaller stuff and it's infinite. You don't have to worry about consuming it like you would bows or exploding shurikens. I think we'll talk to Trader Joe while we're here. So we got 5,000. We can now... Well... Up. Nope, that's the wooden sword. I don't want to spend the 5,000 on that yet. So we've got 7 health. What I want to get is actually one of these offense or defense things. And might as well go offense since we're not really playing a whole lot of D right now. Alright. Who's it throwing at us this time? Of course, they're way up top. There's the lily door. Insert the lily key. Stop that. Oh, you lost your head. So, in case anybody's a little confused by this one, just invoke a little wall running. This game does give you enough stuff to defeat bosses. But it's really if you aren't very good at it yet that you're having to stockpile a little bit more. I don't know how some of these players have crazy enough reflexes for taking on the amount of stuff they throw at you at the higher difficulties. Nice little view of the river. And I don't think in the newer version you can actually see those fish things floating around. I think they just made the water a particular transparency or added some waves on top of it and said, nah, wasted resource. Oh, look. About to get shanked by some brown ninjas. Come on out. So here's another door we can't open yet. Pegasus on that one. Maybe I could turn around in here. There we go. Okay, so yeah, this is something they completely closed this door off. You can't even do anything with this one. I think the save point is still here. But that's going to take us back to the door outside the Hans bar area, which we have no reason to go back there right now. Oh, look, more dudes shooting at us. Stab him to make sure. Leave a ketchup puddle on the floor. Okay, so this drawbridge, clearly it is raised, and we do not have a switch at our disposal, so that indicates you can only go back the way you came, or go through the door here. And get these clowns to contend with. Grenade launcher, that's just unsporting. Got him. See? Look. Another door you can't go through without the proper apparatus. You have to bear with me for a sec. I may botch something. So they give you the key of Pegasus, so we gotta go back anyway, but prefer to do so without having to come up here again. It's a nice little thing we gotta get here. Yeah, that's easy for me to mess that one up. So now we go back to where the Pegasus door was. This way. Look, more ninjas. Stop it. Almost looked like we hit an invisible ceiling right there. There. Well, these guys got neck armor too, apparently. Get both. All right, Pegasus. So my suspicion is this is the drawbridge switch. Looks like it. Oh, am I going the right way? Hope so. Yep. Let's save again, so we don't have to redo that. Ninjas make terrible debt collectors. That or the opposite. So here's our reverse switch to lower it again later when they decide to raise it on us. Okay, what we got here? Save point and more black ninjas. Yep. Oh, thank you for that. Keep that to yourself. Here, keep your sword. Okay, I'm going down this way just to double check. I'm pretty sure we're stuck here. Could be wrong. There's a Muramasa. Oh, what the? I could have sworn there was a Muramasa locked away some here, so again, must be something new. Okay, scratch that. I'm going to save first, because I think both paths put us in that courtyard area. But of course, that means I'm going to put up with... Nope, okay, they didn't respond. That's nice of them. A little scarab tucked in the wall. Another scarab on the ground. And that. And more black ninjas. Maybe not. Guess I must be confusing with something else. More SWAT thugs. Oh, you thought you were going to use grenades, huh? Guess not. Magically opening and closing gates. So silly me, like, not knowing where to go next. I'm even trying to figure out how to get up in areas like that. But yeah, the game wasn't quite going for that. So this path here is the one we just looked at. Not a whole lot to see, but there's this giant doors into the monastery. So, locked from the inside. Okay, we'll go this way. Oh, yeah. Oh. 3 wasn't good enough. And apparently me eating a bunch of them wasn't good enough either. Oh. Oh. Like how they did that. You block one, eat the other, and they still explode on you. And then they disappear. So, I don't know what, if they're going to respawn here or not. There they are. Sit down. Okay. I'll just kick you in the face. Alright, that should be all of them. For the moment. They'll be back. Okay, now things get interesting. So, if you noticed, we saved way back before the courtyard, and we went through about 2 sets of ninjas. We were going to head into a sub-boss fight, and then the boss fight, without any saving, without any benefit. So I do recall this, feeling like, hey, this is only the 4th level in, and I still don't know how to, beat this boss. It got pretty frustrating. Yeah, see that little alcove over there? This is where bad guys jump from. Oh yeah, good times here. Oh no, not Freddy. He was gonna buy me lunch. Okay, so this section, your dashing attacks don't do jack, and these guys will whack you even if you try to hit them from behind, so the only effective strategy I have at the moment is the same kind of stupid stuff we did on the first boss. Keep wall jumping over and over again and keep hitting them until they're dead. So it looks a little boring, but I don't know much else. Other than perhaps ultimate technique here, but given that they'll rush you, I don't even know if you have this opportunity to charge up. So it's like not really all that advantageous. See, it's like you only hit him once. Oh, it's, I don't even have a level 2, looks like. I didn't realize you don't have those till later. That was just a matter of me not using it. Get off me. Okay, they're dirty. See, we'll take that. There we go. It's probably the first time I've done it. Unfortunately, I used a red one and it still didn't even kill him. These guys. Got a tracking sword in the air. Got a surface to air coming up. You want some too? There we go. End in a stylish fashion.
Not bad. So what exactly are you? You're much more powerful than just a human.
I'm a ninja.
My strength comes from training, not from some curse in my blood.
Are you so sure of that? I was convinced once that my blood was pure, but then I saw what my pure blood was capable of. I watched as my twin sister was cursed and twisted into a greater fiend. Now I know the path I walk is narrow.
Doku.
He led her down the path of evil, and she succumbed. Fiends are pitiful beings, destined to live forever, slaves to the forces of evil. And there's only one way to release them.
To kill them.
That's why I became a hunter.
The bad news.
To kill my sister. To kill Alma. Beneath this monastery, there is...
Hey, what are you doing with her? This thing is obnoxious too. I mean, you got these tentacles, you can't hit it with normal stuff, it'll spank you. Typical product of Japan, right? So you pretty much have to, at least... Oh, I forgot. I don't have my fire wheels active. That helps actually cut them down to size in short order. So once its tentacles are off, you can do, I wasted it. You can hit it, and then those go back, and then wash, rinse, repeat. The tentacles themselves would draw essence, which sometimes you can, either get a health or a red. There we go. What'd I get? There we go. I'm on fire. So you only get like one option for one good attack run. I don't remember him dropping that stuff. It's not in this version. Ooh. Come on, give me a red. Give me a red. Points. There we go. Make it look easy. You gotta save the girl from the tentacle monster of doom.
Was that a fiend as well?
No, no, that was just the burger maker.
I've never seen one like that before. Something strange. So many of them.
Ayane. Running errands for Mirai again, I see.
The boldness of the fiends is the work of the Dark Dragon. It is a cursed blade, bestowing an unfathomable strength on those wicked enough to wield it. As we speak, its power is growing.
That would explain the stirring in my blood.
Blood. It dominates all humankind, assisted by the power of the fiends.
Ayane, take care of Rachel.
Understood.
Ryu, I've heard there is a hidden path under the monastery that leads to the Emperor's palace. Doku will also be there.
Well, in that case...
Gamoff. So the Dark Dragon grows in power with each killing.
Of that, there is no doubt, My Excellency.
Then I have arrived just in time.
Yes, My Excellency. As always, I provide you with only the most reliable information.
The blade grows stronger and faster than I had expected.
Oh. Who dat? You mean no essence? Spend it all? Head ninja. That's right, ninja scrubs. Go clean the floor. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to undertake all of this one, but we're at least going to start. And we'll do save here. Right. Okay. Inside we go. Let's see there. Anything? Yep, bats. Alright, nothing else to see. Guess we might as well drop down. The only way back up is by doing a wall run. Oh, look, Trader Joe. Alright, so we got 2,700. We cannot upgrade the Dragon Sword yet. No scarabs yet. We're okay on health. We still got 7. We didn't. Can't afford those, but we still got 2. And silly me still didn't even activate the armband. That was kind of not smart. Yeah, I don't think I activated it. Right, one more of those. Oh, here we go. Start to find some weirdness. They've got all these names for these things, but for me it's like, I refer to these as pig fiends or something just based on their squealing. Like their torsos hover over their abdomens. They got claws and like no feet. Blue flame. But they still can get beheaded. Okay, so I forgot. It's I mean, I know we have the save point here. We're going to end up wandering around the monastery for a little bit, and then it takes us down into the underground, which I know is reasonably expansive. I'm going to save that for the next time, so I think we're going to park it here. And then that way we can focus a full run on the getting out of the underground on our next outing. All right. So, thanks to anybody watching out there. Don't forget to hit the likes, follow, subscribes, red pills, and if you're up for it, join us tomorrow, Friday night, for our weekly outing on Mercenaries. Always a good time there. And I even did some scouting already, so I've got some plan in mind of finding some of the things hiding out there for collectibles, and I think we're going to take on one of the sub-bosses for that one. And next week... Oh, also as another update, I forgot. Got some of the graphics started this week for our next game to bring into rotation. I'm not going to give away what it is yet, but it will be a good contender for Tactical Tuesday when and if we swap out Shadow Tactics, because I know that game's a little bit shorter than some of this other stuff we've been playing, so I know at one point we're going to bring in another lengthy tactical game. So, all right, hope to see everybody tomorrow, Friday. In the meantime, hope everybody has a good one.